So we're until day +1.
Yes.
And it is 8:30. I just got here. Lee is here with his throwback edition lemon lime.
Lemon lime. Lemon.
Last night was interesting.
That's one way to put it.
Did I record it? I can't remember.
You did, I think.
I
you
recorded
took
a little bit.
You took a slight recording. Of
So now that I got a little bit of sleep and Lee got a little bit of sleep, what happened last night is he got his first dose of IL-2 at 8 p.m. And about an hour later, he said, "I feel chilly." And I was like, "You should call your nurse." She said to call if you started to feel that chill, because that's like the first sign that the Rigors are going to start. And Lee was like, "No, I'm just cold. My hands are cold. I'm going to just tuck into my blankie." The room is 75 degrees. And I was like, "I don't know. I think you should call your nurse." But he wanted to see if he was just cold. And then like 10 minutes later, he was calling the nurse. And I was like, "You're having Rigors, aren't you?" And he's like, "Mm." But it isn't as bad as the last time he did this. I will say that. So I think, what do you think? The pre-medication did help some.
So far.
And what are they going to do from this point forward? So you just had a dose at 8, 30 minutes ago. What's the plan?
My nurse already has the as-needed dose if we need it. Already has it ready to go. And...
Are you shaking?
No,
Oh,
I'm
I think
literally
I'm-
just moving the bed.
I'm imagining things.
You're imagining things. But no, we've got the as-needed dose ready to go if I need it. Hope that we don't. And we're gonna just keep going dose by dose.
And I guess now that I know that the pre-medication didn't totally stop it, we're going to be a little more observant about if he's feeling chilled. His labs look good. His doctor just came in and did rounds, so that's great. And he said, "We're just going to keep riding this, do as many doses as we can. If you have symptoms, tell your nurse, we'll manage it, and keep checking your labs, and hopefully get out of here really early next week."
I think only another as-needed dose.
Yeah, well, she's coming right back. She knew you were. She is assuming you're throwing up right now, so she's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, this is literally what it is. Yeah, the nausea just happened, like, randomly. I don't remember that happening before, but
No.
our nurse is on it. She's so good. She might load up another dose here. He got his pre-med, he got his Demerol when he started Rigoring, and I think he's going to need another dose if this continues, because he's shaking pretty bad right now. Yeah, it just sucks, man. I don't know how that's going to work with food and stuff, because he had breakfast and then, I mean, his IL-2 is 8 a.m., 8 p.m. So breakfast is like right before his IL-2 dose.
Yeah.
I paid for some nausea meds.
Okay.
You have some ordered, but they're all PO.
It-
They're all
It calmed down. It actually settled itself out.
He didn't actually throw up yet.
Right, he-
Yeah.
Just-
feeling like it was going to
Just
happen.
no, not even that. It's
Just
that
happened.
feeling in the back of your throat.
I got you a cold wash rag. I don't know if you want it. It just sometimes can help relieve that feeling.
Sure.
Totally up to you. Do you want it on your head?
Sure.
Thing. Once he puts some orders in, I'll give you some IV meds. Unless you feel like you can take a PO med, that's for nausea. I can give you Ativan. I just figured that feeling is hard to take a pill, so I'm just waiting for an IV form.
I mean, I don't feel nauseous
Okay.
anymore.
Okay, it kind of passed.
Yeah, just came and went. Yeah.
Okay, well, at least get the order available if you need it, okay? All right, that's probably the Demerol making you feel.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
All right. I'll be back to check on you, okay?
Thanks.
You want like a ginger ale or Sprite
I
sauce?
have one over here,
Okay.
so I'll be okay.
You want a straw on it? Straw
I don't know, probably easier. There's a straw on the tray.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I just didn't know if you wanted to. Is it your muscles? Everything hurting. We're gonna give him some meds for nausea here in a moment. Just didn't expect that, but that's happening. And man, it just sucked. Like, it's hard to watch. Like, expected this, but
Hard to go through, too.
yeah, hard to go through. Yeah, hard to watch, hard to go through. I'm just saying it's hard to watch because I'm the one sitting here, not able to do anything. That's what sucks. It's like there's like nothing you can do. Write it out. Just sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, I just can't do anything right now.
I'm here. Whatever you want.
I know. Best laid plans.
What?
Hoping that premedicating would avoid this.
Yeah. I mean, we couldn't have known. It was
Best laid
a
plans.
smart idea,
Yeah.
but that IL-2 just doesn't care, apparently.
Oh, no.
It's all right. We'll figure it out. Do you feel like it's getting worse? Or it's just kind of staying the same?
Yeah, it's just at the same level.
Yeah. Well, we know that from last night, once you got over that hump, it was okay the rest of the night. So we get over this hump, you make it the rest of the day. One thing at a time. Second dose is in.
It sucks trying to fight it. That's the part
Well,
that you can't do.
Yeah, don't fight it.
Can't.
I know it feels ridiculous to like be shaking that hard, but just let yourself do whatever you need. Kind of coming in waves, isn't it?
Yeah.
He just had a moment of calm, and I thought it was kind of passing, and now it's starting up again. So he's had the pre-med, and then he had one additional dose of Demerol an hour after the IL-2. And still Rigoring. But like, it's starting to like come more intermittently. It's about 9:45, and he seems to have calmed down. I haven't really seen any major shakes in about 10 minutes. So we'll see. That'd be great if he was done shaking for the time being. But yeah, we're just going to see. Hopefully that was the worst of it. He says, I don't have him mic'd up right now, I don't think. But he's like responsive. It's just, you know, after you like go through something very like mentally and physically taxing, you're just kind of laying there like zone out. Keep your eyes closed, like try to like take the moment of peace, I think is where he's at right now. Yeah.
Third of the way done.
I think earlier in one of my videos, I said that the Rigors are not as bad as they were the previous time. I think that this most recently, it escalated to about what I remember. Lee was just saying how he wished he had a mouth guard because his teeth were rattling together. So I've got to see if we can figure that out. I don't want him to chip a tooth, but that's like literally how violent it is. It's like uncontrollable. He almost wants to fight it so that he doesn't shake so violently, but I think that is exactly what will like make it more taxing once it's done. He's trying to breathe, like take breaths through it, stay consistent with that, not hold his breath. And that's just what I'm observing, knowing him.
All right, good to see my ugly mug again. So we're now through 2 doses of IL-2. This morning was a little tougher. Seems to be like almost an hour after the IL-2 starts. The Rigors will start. It starts with, you know, my arms get cold, my hands get cold, and that's, I think, going to be my like warning symptom now. I don't remember what it was last time. It might have been that. I got the as needed dose of the Demerol, and that helped for a little bit, and then it came back, like everything kind of came back. And I had a, you know, Demerol, it's an opioid, so it can cause nausea. I was a little nauseous for a moment after getting the dose. This was, of course, like perfect timing. You know, it was right after my nurse had left the room. I didn't have any throw up bags around me. So Daisy tried to give me a paper bag, which I think that's probably dissuaded me from throwing up the most. And she ran off trying to get a plastic emesis bag. By the time she got back, I was feeling better. Yeah, unnecessary drama. And yeah, still rigored for a little bit, and then things just kind of like they'd come in waves. And so I just feel tired. It takes a lot out of you. It feels like a full body workout that you didn't want. You know, just trying to like focus on breathing and breathing through it. And for now, I am pretty well stuck to, you know, the stretch of how far the telemetry cable can go, because I'm right now I think I said this already, but all the portable boxes are signed out. So I've got some people looking for them. Hopefully they remember to do that. But hopefully I'm not, you know, confined to this room for too much longer. I did have a different nurse practitioner come through earlier that he was saying, you know, just to keep talking to the nurses, let them know what I'm experiencing. He said that if needed, you know, they'll still assess me before each and after each dose. If they need to hold a dose, they will. But if they need to hold 2, then that'll mark the end of it, which we're through 2, so third of the way done. Just gonna have to ride it out. I know before, like, since the Rigors were so violent and so just demoralizing, like I started to get like really anxious like as the clock got around to an hour after IL-2 started. So I'm trying to like mentally game that out, like not fall into that this time, but we'll see. I'm not making myself any promises that I can't keep. But yeah, I have a couple of visitors today, which will be nice. People that, you know, lift my spirits up a little bit. And yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. All right, a little update. Yeah, today's been a good day. Felt pretty good. It's been obviously tedious. You know, I haven't, you know, being hooked up to telemetry that, you know, I don't have the mobile box yet still. They're trying. Maybe tonight, hopefully, fingers crossed. And now we draw afternoon labs now as well to make sure that each next dose of IL-2 is good to go. So IL-2 tonight, I just got my first dose of Neupogen or Filgrastim to start to wake up my bone marrow and to start getting my red cell and white cell counts to recover. This time, I'm getting pre-medicated with 50 milligrams of Benadryl. Last TIL, I didn't realize it at the time until I got home. I was still on Neupogen, but it caused me to have some fevers, headache, really just bad body aches. It's not an unheard of side effect. It's just less common. The more common side effect is just bone pain. If you think about it, it's kind of like squeezing your bones to try and get them to release all these new baby cells. But I had all of this last time, you know, all of these symptoms, but that was also while I was on IL-2, so I didn't know it. But it wasn't until I went home that I was only on Neupogen. So I wasn't on Tylenol around the clock. I wasn't on indomethacin or compazine. And I had all these same symptoms like an hour after giving myself an injection. It just goes under the skin in the belly. And it freaked me out because my temperature went up. I was on the borderline of fever. And it wasn't until talking the next morning to the clinical pharmacist, after I did some research, that they threw out the idea, let's pre-medicate with Benadryl. And sure enough, that worked. So I was able to advocate for that this time. We're going to see how it goes. But we pre-medicated about half an hour ago and just got my shot. Start the clock. So after coming out of the Rigors this morning, I was tired for a while. I just kind of wanted to lay down and rest, and I did. But otherwise, I had a good day. After that, my energy kind of rebounded. I've been, you know, clear, communicative. We had a friend drop by today, and you know, I was able to be part of the conversation and be a present participant. So it's not like I was, you know, just out of it all day. I really wanted to get up and get walking, but can't do that for now. That's okay. I walked as much as I could. And yeah, we'll see. Talked about, you know, just talked with my nurse to see if the team wanted to maybe move the pre-medication Demerol dose a little closer to the actual IL-2. Onset is pretty quick, like within minutes, and maybe I'm burning through it a little bit before we get the IL-2 really all on board. So we'll see. Might have to address that tomorrow. But we're a third of the way there. Soon to be halfway. Getting there.
Obviously Rigoring again. We had moved the Demerol a little bit closer to the start of IL-2. It seems like it was an hour after the IL-2 finished that I started to Rigor. I've already gotten 1 PRN dose. Just trying to breathe, stay calm. This sucks. My back is so tight. I keep trying to shift it and find some sort of position of comfort. But I'll probably need another as needed dose to finally break this out. But they have to be 15 minutes apart. So soon. Yeah, the Rigors come in waves. It was calming down. I thought it was going to calm itself, but it didn't. It started to come back. I swear, this is my shaking. I'm not in an earthquake. But nurse is gonna go grab my next as needed dose. Hopefully that'll finally break this. I'm gonna need a full body massage after all this is done.
All right. So after a second as needed dose of Demerol, I think the Rigors have finally stopped. Just leaves you feeling so drained, so tired. But I'll just have to keep an eye on myself. Another 15 minutes, make sure nothing comes back. I'm gonna have to think more on our premedication timing. I think it's helping, but because my Rigors aren't like awful, but these suck.